After picking up the A-Liner E's with our hybrid Chevy Tahoe, the Wilson family was officially on the road. Our first stop, Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio, the home of the Cleveland Indians. Why would we want to start our Green family summer with a baseball game? Well, Progressive Field is no ordinary ballpark. It's the greenest major league park in the country. The Indians have a massive recycling program and even power the 400 televisions in the park with solar panels. We stopped by to show off our Green family summer rig to Indians fans and to talk with WKYC's 6 o'clock news about our summer plans. After we showed off the rig on the plaza, it was almost game time. I went to park the rig while Sherry and the kids went inside to find our seats. But our hopes to start the trip with the kids' first major league game were dashed by a late spring downpour.
Happy summer vacation.
Still, the kids at least got to meet Slider, the Indians' mascot, and we promised to come back when the weather was a little better. Our first stop every year is to visit my mom, Joan Wilson, in Michigan. I got a chance to sit down with my mom to talk about the Wilson family summer vacations of old.
Right. I grew up with parents who loved to travel. Every summer we'd take off for someplace, sometimes across the country, sometimes only a couple of states. Your dad grew up loving the outdoors, camping with friends continually. Mm-hmm. So having the two of us to plan a vacation sort of married us to camping trips across the country. Mm-hmm. And one of the best things was that your dad took care of everything while we were camping, so I could sort of sit back and enjoy. I planned the trips and he did the work. The first tent we had was a hand-me-down. It was a big old canvas thing. It was heavy, it was bulky, it took an hour to set up and an hour to take down.
I remember that tent.
Yes, and it didn't fit in the station wagon with 4 children, so he built a car top carrier and fiberglassed it, and it worked very well.
Yeah, and then we moved up to like a pop-up kind of camper, didn't we?
Right, it was good. It had enough room and it had a little kitchen, and as I remember, and it was still sort of tent camping. Yeah. We went out to the Rocky Mountains. We loved the mountains. I remember you and your sister were very young, 3, 4 years old, no older than that, and we had 2 older children who were pre-teen, and they wanted to go hiking in the mountains with their dad, so you got left behind with me, you and your sister Barb, and you were quite unhappy until you found out that the little chipmunks in camp could be fed and you could play with them.
Yeah, we were the little kids. There was the little kids and the big kids.
And the big kids.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I would work out the route and work out the different places we could visit. And as we got close to some places, if it was something we wanted to do, we would stop.
And we did a lot. 4 kids, a tent, and a station wagon.
I know the people that I talk to say, how could you ever have done that? How could you have slept on the ground? And it's not hard when you're young. I'm not sure I want to do that all over again. Maybe a cot I could do it, but...
We learned a lot more than just how to sleep on the ground.
We felt it was our duty to protect the land that we were camping on. I think it gave you 4 children a love of nature and understanding of why our national parks are so important to us. If we don't visit them, if we don't support them, then there's a likelihood that they'll be funded less and less.
That's where I had my first travel experiences and where I was first bitten by the road trip bug. You know, the way I figure it, travel exposes you to other people and the way they live in ways that nothing else can. It opens your mind and it makes you more tolerant of others. And that's 2 things that America desperately needs more of, not less. And we want these experiences for our daughters, Winter and Sylvie. And this summer vacation gives them that and more. When we piled into the hybrid Tahoe and left my mom's, it really started to feel like a road trip. We headed west, with plans to see the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve in Kansas in a few days. And that's where the Wilsons are this time. With a couple of days of driving ahead of us, the kids settled into their books and games, letting the miles tick away. Now we've got lots of great adventures that lie ahead of us this summer, and you don't want to miss them. So keep track of us at www.greenfamilysummer.com and stay tuned.